Talk fast.
Who first?
My name is Sarah Connor. August 29, 1997 was supposed to be Judgment Day, but I changed the future.
When Terminator: Dark Fate hit theaters in 2019, it arrived as a bold return to the roots of one of cinema's most legendary sci-fi franchises. Directed by Tim Miller, known for his work on Deadpool, the film sought to revive the intense energy, emotional depth, and relentless action that made the original Terminator films iconic. Backed by the return of James Cameron as producer and creative consultant, Dark Fate was crafted as a direct sequel to Terminator 2, Judgment Day, intentionally ignoring the events of the previous sequels to bring the story back to its original timeline and emotional core. This decision instantly reignited excitement among fans, especially with the announcement that Linda Hamilton would reprise her role as the fierce and battle-hardened Sarah Connor alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger as the legendary T-800. The story begins decades after the events of Judgment Day. The world has changed, yet the shadows of fate still loom. Humanity may have averted Skynet's rise, but a new threat called Legion has emerged, building advanced machines designed to wipe out mankind. The film opens with a shocking and emotional sequence that sets a darker tone, showing that even though Sarah Connor's past mission saved humanity from one apocalypse, the future continues to find new ways to bring destruction. This central idea that fate is never truly avoidable drives the emotional weight of the movie and defines its title. Into this new future comes Dani Ramos, a young woman living a normal life in Mexico City with her brother. Her world is turned upside down when a new, terrifying machine from the future, the Rev 9, arrives to terminate her. This new Terminator, played with chilling precision by Gabriel Luna, is a combination of metal endoskeleton and liquid metal exterior, capable of separating into two entities and moving with a frightening fluid speed. He represents the most advanced form of machine assassin yet seen in the series, embodying the next evolution of Skynet's designs, only now born of Legion. But Dani isn't alone. From the future arrives Grace, a cybernetically enhanced human soldier sent to protect her. Played by Mackenzie Davis, Grace is a powerful and determined fighter whose enhancements make her nearly the equal of a Terminator in combat. But at a great cost, her body can only sustain her enhancements for short bursts of extreme effort. Her mission is clear: keep Dani alive at all costs, because Dani's survival holds the key to humanity's future. The dynamic between Dani, Grace, and Sarah Connor forms the emotional core of the film, combining new faces with the legacy of the old guard in a generational fight against destiny. Sarah Connor's return is one of the film's most powerful moments. She emerges as a hardened, battle-scarred warrior haunted by loss, but still driven by purpose. Linda Hamilton delivers a commanding performance, showing both strength and vulnerability. Her Sarah is a legend who has lived through pain and sacrifice, and she now dedicates her life to hunting Terminators that mysteriously appear around the world. When she joins forces with Grace and Dani, it's not just a mission, it's a collision of past and future, of old scars and new hope. Arnold Schwarzenegger's return as the T-800 is another highlight that gives Dark Fate its nostalgic and emotional resonance. However, this is not the same Terminator we remember. Decades after his mission was completed, this machine has evolved. He has learned to live among humans, developing a sense of understanding and morality. Living under the name Carl, he has built a quiet life in the countryside, finding a strange peace and purpose in protecting others. His redemption arc gives the film emotional depth, showing that even a machine can change, evolve, and find meaning beyond its programming. When Sarah, Grace, and Dani cross paths with Carl, the film takes a reflective turn. It explores themes of forgiveness, evolution, and the nature of humanity. Sarah must face the being who once destroyed her life, while Carl seeks to make amends in his own way. Together, they form an unlikely team bound by shared pain and a common goal to stop the Rev 9 before it completes its mission. What follows is a relentless series of battles, from high-speed chases across highways to brutal close-quarters combat and massive military confrontations. Tim Miller's direction brings a gritty, physical energy to the action, combining practical effects with modern CGI to create scenes that feel both grounded and spectacular. The film's pacing builds steadily toward a climactic showdown at a hydroelectric dam, where humanity's past and future literally collide. Each character faces their destiny head-on. Grace sacrifices herself to give Dani a chance to survive. Dani embraces her role as the leader humanity will one day need, and Sarah finds a measure of closure, realizing that while the future cannot be controlled, it can be faced with courage. The final moments are bittersweet, showing that though battles may be won, the war against fate continues, a theme that has defined the Terminator saga since its beginning. Visually, Dark Fate captures the spirit of the original films while bringing modern polish and scope. The action sequences are raw and kinetic, emphasizing weight and impact over spectacle. The color palette, dominated by metallic tones, dusty landscapes, and flashes of blue from futuristic tech, evokes the series' iconic atmosphere. The use of practical stunts combined with digital effects helps maintain a sense of realism, keeping the viewer anchored in the world's tension. The musical score echoes Brad Feidel's haunting original theme, weaving nostalgia with a new emotional resonance. The performances across the board deliver strong emotional grounding. Natalia Reyes as Dani brings innocence and strength, evolving from a frightened factory worker into a determined leader. Mackenzie Davis stands out as Grace, her intensity and vulnerability giving depth to a character torn between human emotion and mechanical enhancement. Gabriel Luna's Rev 9 is a terrifying presence, blending charm and menace in a way that makes his performance unforgettable. And of course, Linda Hamilton and Arnold Schwarzenegger bring a powerful sense of history and gravitas, a reminder that some legends never truly fade. Behind the scenes, Dark Fate represented a collaboration between classic and new creative voices. James Cameron's influence ensured that the film stayed true to the original tone and mythology, while Tim Miller brought his own modern sensibility and visual style. Their partnership aimed to reintroduce the series to a new generation while respecting longtime fans. The production spanned multiple locations, from Mexico and Spain to the United States, giving the film a global and grounded look that mirrored its story of worldwide consequences. The marketing campaign built excitement by emphasizing the return of Hamilton and Schwarzenegger, as well as showcasing the film's practical action sequences and emotional tone. Fans were intrigued by the promise of a direct sequel to Judgment Day, hoping it would recapture the magic of the originals. The trailers highlighted the film's mix of nostalgia and modern reinvention. The iconic line, "I'll be back once again," echoed, this time layered with a sense of legacy and finality. Upon release, Dark Fate generated a wide range of reactions. Audiences praised the performances, action, and emotional resonance, particularly the return of Hamilton and Schwarzenegger. Many felt it successfully recaptured the heart and intensity that defined the franchise's early days. However, others debated its narrative choices and familiarity, with some viewing it as both a respectful continuation and a reflection on how franchises evolve with time. Regardless of opinion, the film sparked passionate discussions about the meaning of legacy, destiny, and reinvention. At its core, Terminator, Dark Fate is not just about machines and explosions. It's about people confronting what they cannot control. It's about the endless human struggle to change fate, the resilience to rise again after loss, and the belief that even the smallest act of courage can shape the future. The film honors the emotional foundation of the original series while presenting new characters who carry its torch forward. Sarah Connor's story becomes a symbol of endurance. Dani's represents the next generation's fight, and Grace's sacrifice becomes the link that binds past and future together. By the end of Dark Fate, what remains is a message that has defined the Terminator legacy for decades. The future is not set. No matter how many times machines rise or fate repeats, humanity's spirit endures. Through struggle, sacrifice, and survival, the story continues not because of destiny, but because of choice. The film closes with an image of Sarah and Dani driving into the horizon, uncertain of what's next but ready to face it, echoing the timeless feeling that even in a dark fate, there is still light to be found.